genuinely hate 12:30 kickoffs with an absolute burning passion. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live review. Welcome back to another game. It's another 12:30 kickoff, and it's more points dropped when we play at this sort of time. There really is fuck all to speak about when it comes to this game. Big up Mendy for saving us on numerous occasions in the first and second half. If we can try and look through some of the positives, we're going to give him his credit where it's due. Defensively, we were solid as per usual. Rudiger, Christensen, Azpilicueta all had amazing performances. The problems were just the further we went up to the pitch. Midfield, it was another case of we were good as individuals, but we didn't really mesh well as a midfield two again. I thought going forward, we missed a lot of key chances again, and I'm really starting to run out of ideas now because regardless of whoever we put out in the attacking third, we waste chances, and that's just Chelsea. I'm angry about it, but I can't get too angry about it because we are Chelsea and we know we're going to miss big chances. It's literally bread and butter for us. But at the very least, we haven't dropped any more points. I don't see how our attack's going to get any better towards the end of the season, to be honest. It's jarring. This is the sort of result that I would have been happy about for the next game, the Atletico Madrid match, not the Leeds United game. We were all looking at this game and we thought it was going to be a really high-scoring match. And I'll give Leeds United their credit as well because they did a good job of stifling us defensively too. But we really should have carved them open a lot more. Ziyech had his moments, but that was it. It was moments. I didn't see any consistency for him in the match. Pulisic as well, moments too. I'm not going to overly criticize anybody because I thought as an entire squad we looked lethargic today. But same way, no one went and took the game for themselves. We need someone who's going to take the game by the scruff of the neck. And the only player that I even saw attempt that was maybe Hudson-Odoi when he came on. Other than that, I really didn't see anything from anybody. Well, I'll give Kai Havertz his credit. His passing, his turns, everything was good. I just thought he had the same problem that a lot of players had. He had a chance and he didn't put that chance in the back of the net. And that's the same thing that's going to go in mind to a lot of the players. Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'm going to get the rest of the panel in as well. Yes, guys, what are you all saying? First off, Vitmus, chat to me, man. What's your thoughts? Oh, no, Vitmus is out of the background anyway. Johnny, chat to me. What's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, obviously very disappointed. I actually thought it was quite a fair result. Looking at the game, I thought, we hit the crossbar. They've hit the crossbar twice. Mendy's made good saves. I want to shout out Rudiger, especially. I thought he was our sort of man of the match. He was fantastic. Just bossed the whole defense. He was everywhere. From dangerous crosses coming in, he was great. I think, again, story goes on. Our final third is just atrocious. It's so poor. Ziyech and Pulisic just didn't do anything. We were relying on Ziyech to lay, that lovely ball in the middle for Kai or for Chilwell running in, and just didn't happen. Didn't click. They came off. I know I'm going to have everyone come on about Mount, but for me, Mount was, if you watched him the whole game or when he was on before he went off, he was literally looking over his right shoulder every 3-4 seconds to see where Chilwell was. And Chilwell, for me, was just so bad. He was so poor that our left side impetus was just wasn't there. I mean, it was unfair on Mount because I felt like he did try to play that final ball and he was successful on a few occasions. He tried to keep the ball flowing, but as soon as he went off, you could just see Leeds were attacking us down our left. They were always coming down our left, and you saw how Tuchel reacted to Chile. He just went absolutely nuts at him. And then there was that chance that he fluffed when Mount laid the flick on to him, which was arguably one of the first times we were through on goal. And that could have been the 1-0. But overall, I wasn't that impressed by Jorginho either. I felt like Kante was doing more of the kind of progressive play. And Jorginho just looked a bit off it for me. He struggled a bit from the press of Leeds. Odoi looked lively when he came on. I was a bit annoyed with that final ball just before the end to Reece James. It just overran it because I felt like that might have been a chance where Reece could have just whipped one in and we could have got a tap in. But yeah, apart from that, we got to sort out our front line. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. It's just so frustrating.
That's the thing. Like, it's the whole final third in general, and this is the thing. You've been talking, and the entire comment section has just been saying Mason Mount, Mason Mount. I swear down if you don't talk about Mason Mount. Here's the thing. Cool. Mason Mount wasn't influential in this game. I don't think anybody was. So I think the criticism has to go to everybody in this.
Yeah, I think
it was Hudson-Odoi and Havertz, and that was it. And even Havertz missed a big chance.
Yeah, he did. He missed that chance. That was a big chance. And with Mason Mount, I know you all going to come at him and say he was dog shit, but he actually wasn't. And when he came off, you could see how more vulnerable we were on the left side. It was just so clear. Like, Chilwell was just off it, man. He's just, I don't know what's wrong with Chilwell, but he needs to sort it out. I don't think he'll play the Letty game. I really don't. I don't think he deserves to play the Letty game anyway.
I mean,
I've been an advocate of left wing back Chilwell, and this is the same thing where it's like the form ain't good enough, so I can't say too much. This one, it's another howler from Ben Chilwell. What were you saying, Dag? Go on, go for it.
So I think Johnny made a really good point with we can't really put too much pressure on like specific individual performances, and it has to be the team as a whole. Because again, I feel like had we had Kovacic in this game, right, to play the progressive balls that we were seeing. Yes, Mount missed that ball to, I think it was Pulisic when he was making that run down the line, and then he tried to play that through ball through the middle, and he kind of overshot it. But I feel like it would have been better having Mount be the one trying to receive that pass instead of trying to get that pass off. So I feel like it was more of I think we played the wrong team today, as in like Leeds came in and played man-to-man defending, which you would think would be ideal for Kovacic to come in because you know him. Once he turns his first guy, it's that burst of speed, and he pushes it into the opponent's box. And I feel like that was what we really missed today, and we really couldn't create chances when he wasn't on the field. And I think he is not our best chance creator, but our best progressor of the ball to get us into that attacking mindset.
I think
that's because he was deep, Dags. He was so concentrated. Whenever he plays Chilwell, he always puts Mount on the left, and that tells you everything you need to know. Because he just needs that protection, Chilwell, and Mount was very deep in this game. In my view, he was too deep.
I thought it was a 4-3-3. Isn't it a 4-3-3?
He wasn't too deep.
I don't think it was deep.
If you saw the average positions at half time, he wasn't deep. He was on level with Ziyech in terms of average positions.
Can we go through the game?
He just had a bad game.
Exactly.
It wasn't a bad game. I wouldn't say
it was a bad game.
No, it wasn't a bad game.
The referee, man. That's
I'll tell you, Ziyech and Pulisic had a bad game.
Look, take the running out of it and 100%.
But no one had a good game. No one had a good game.
No one had a
I'm
good
not saying
game.
he was great, but what I'm saying is he did his defensive work. He was done what he was told.
Yeah, but he's not a defender.
I know, but that shows you how bad Chilwell is.
Johnny, I'm with you. Johnny, I'm with you on that. But I feel like we should just leave it on that. I don't think we should keep trying to defend him. We should just leave it on. We should just leave it on. Chilwell didn't give him any help, so it made it harder for him.
And he did play passes in the final third.
But I'm saying let's not defend. Let's not talk about his defensive work rate. This, that, and that. Let's just leave it at he didn't get enough help from Chilwell, and so it wasn't a good game.
Lewis, remember I came on and I said both on your channel and Demi's channel that we should have kept the same attacking lineup we had last week because we're gonna struggle with chances this week. And there you go. I knew it. Every time we have this fucking kid in the team, he can't pass. He just overthinks everything and tries to shoot.
Kai, don't talk rubbish, bro. I can show you clips in the game, where he made 2 through balls. He played 3 across the field balls when Ziyech was free.
Don't get a heart attack, man.
And they didn't do anything with it.
Calm down. Let me finish. He literally had a moment where he passed to the referee. If you want me to send it to you, Lewis, I can. That's how he had a bad game. Admit it. He had a bad game.
It wasn't a bad game. Chilwell had an awful game, bad game. Ziyech had a bad game. Pulisic had a bad game. Werner had a bad game.
For Mount,
why are you going at Mount for? Why are you coming at Mount for?
Okay,
because he was criticism when he's been poor.
Oh man,
like I'm calm with saying this. Like, oh, he's good defensively. We're playing Leeds for fuck's sake. City,
exactly.
not United with Leeds.
Yeah, but Leeds' pressing was so good today. The whole game, their press was so good.
He offered nothing going forward.
And I'll tell you how good their press was, because Jorginho was bloody awful, mate. He was nowhere.
Jorginho, everybody.
He wasn't even able to do his job, man. He wasn't even able to do his job.
Jorginho was good in the first
today. You know that?
Oh, here we go.
I'm not having you lot say that Matt was our worst player. I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
Oh my
Can I
god.
ask a question real quick?
You're going on like he's our worst player.
No one
Like,
said that.
Johnny, can I ask
Mason
a
Mount was
question?
not the worst player.
Because Mount
Mason Mount wasn't
Johnny,
bad, man.
people, stop.
Mason Mount was not that bad.
Johnny, do you think that the link up between Mason Mount and Havertz isn't work today?
No, the link up was meant to be, because Havertz had to push forward to be in the box. The link up was meant to be with Ziyech,
let's not get it
and
wrong.
Chilwell.
Yeah?
And Chilwell was rubbish, man. The whole game he was rubbish.
Bro, should I keep it 100 with you?
nullified
Yeah?
Mount
You cannot
from
blame
having
Chilwell.
any
Look,
impact.
look.
Exactly, man. You can't blame other than Mason Mount.
I'm sorry, Johnny. Mason Mount was average.
I'm not having it, man. I'm not having you lot slander him when he did what he was
Let's
told,
not
man.
scapegoat Mount for it, but we can look at the obvious and say Mount didn't have a good game in this match, but it was heavily impacted by how bad
I'm not saying he had his best game. I'm not saying he had his
in.
best game, Lewis. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is,
Let
if
Ryan
you
speak.
watch
Let
the
Ryan
game, there
speak,
are
man,
a lot
Johnny.
of
Let Ryan
clips.
Let Ryan speak, man.
There's a lot of moments in that game
Johnny,
where
let
he
Ryan
played
speak.
some lovely
Johnny, let
passes,
Ryan
and
speak.
he kept our play progressive,
Ryan speak,
which is
Johnny.
what he was told to do, mate.
Oh my
The
God.
creative stuff is left to Pulisic and Ziyech, who was
Progressive,
shit.
man. Progressive, my
I don't
fucking
want to
ass,
hear
man.
it, bro.
All I'm saying.
Right, Johnny,
Hear me out.
Johnny, then Ryan, then Kaio, because that's the only way it's going to work. Johnny, you finish your point. Ryan, then you. Kaio, then you.
Yeah, he had progressive play. He was always moving the ball fluidly to help us push forward in attack. Because if you watched Mount, on the left, he was looking over his shoulder every 3-4 seconds to see where bloody Chilwell was, because he knew the moment he pushed. No, it's not. The moment he pushed forward, and if we lose the ball, our whole left side is exposed. And then Rudiger, when Mount went off, Rudiger had to cover Chilwell every single time. Every time. And that's all you need to know. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. His final ball was crap and this and that.
Ryan,
he laid off a through ball to Chilwell, and Chilwell muffed it up. That's not his fault. He played a ball to Ziyech. Ziyech muffed it up.
Doesn't do enough, man. Doesn't do enough.
He doesn't do enough. What about the other front line? What, they don't do enough as well? Are you going to say that? Are you going to criticise the front line? What are you coming at Mount for?
Decision making.
It's not his fault, man. Right? It's not his fault.
Ryan,
Everybody else's
what are you
fault.
saying? Ryan, what were you saying?
I think
Everybody else's fault, man.
Because Mount was on the pitch, I just think, you see, against Everton, Havertz was coming deep and trying to create from deep. I felt like Havertz was playing as a striker today. I didn't see no false nine. I saw him as a striker trying to get tackled. And I felt like
he did come deep, Ryan.
That
He
was
did.
because Mount. I feel like
A lot
Mount
of
was
the time.
occupying. In the first half he was at times, but for the most part, I didn't really see. I thought Havertz was quiet today. I thought he had good moments, but he was quiet. I felt like in the Everton game he came deep.
Nobody played him through, man. Nobody played him through, though, Ryan. Every time.
That's what I'm saying.
He that he should not be mentioned because somebody will get a fucking heart attack. Would get the ball, he tried to shoot it, or fucking pass it backwards.
This is what I'm
But
saying.
Leeds didn't push forward like that. They did. If you watched them play today, they didn't push forward as high as they normally
you just say
do.
they were pressing this the whole
Yes,
game?
he did.
No, yeah, they're pressing us.
the whole game.
When we've got the ball, they were pressing us. Every
That
time
is the
Jorginho was going to get the
definition of
ball,
playing forward.
he had 2 men almost
Mason
on
Mount,
him.
yeah.
Literally.
Pressing
Let me put it
equals
this way.
playing attacking football. If you
Exactly,
press,
man.
you're not playing defending. Does that make sense?
Mate, they
You
were
press-
every
if
time
you
we had the
press the
ball,
whole
they
game,
were
you're not
back.
playing
They were
defensive.
right in. They're all back, and they were still
Johnny,
pressing
never know.
even when they
You
were
know
back.
ball,
That's
man.
how you defend.
You don't know ball. That's bro. They were pressing us, man. The first
But you-
half,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
were pressing
defended
us.
well. They defended
Mason Mount,
very well,
Mason
but they
Mount,
weren't.
yeah.
What I'm saying is
How
they
many
weren't
times-
as expansive as they
times
normally
Kai Havertz
are,
making a run?
and that's
How many
credit to
times-
us.
How many
Well
times
You
Kai Havertz
know-
was making a run and Mason Mount missed the run? How many times was Mason Mount had a
Lewis,
chance to play?
Lewis,
What's called Kai
my
Havertz?
talk, because it's
Kai
my
Havertz-
turn. Ryan finished his point. Let me
Right.
make
Go on,
my point.
Kyle, your turn. Oh, speak.
They literally, you cannot look at me in the eye and say that they were playing defensive. They had better chances than we have. They had better clear-cut chances than we had.
When we lost the ball, they attacked
Can I
us,
finish my
yes.
fucking point, man? Can I finish my point? Finish my point?
Go on. Finish
Go
your
on,
point.
We didn't create chances for our attackers. The difference between this week and last week, every time our midfield would have the ball or the attacking two behind, Havertz would get the ball. Havertz would be the final player who would get the ball. Nowadays, every fucking time we get the ball, let's shoot it. Let's make it the Mount fucking show. But in
Who's
reality,
that
this
down to, Kai? Who's
he
it
can't
down to,
pass.
bruv?
He can't
Who's
pass.
down
He
to?
can't create chances to save his fucking life. And then he literally.
Whose fault is it then?
He
Whose
passed
fault?
He's a
to the
marathon
ref.
runner. He's a
He
marathon runner.
literally
He's an
passed
actual
to the
marathon
ref.
runner.
The man passed to the ref. Man, instead of he's wearing black for fuck's sake, man. He's wearing the ref is wearing black. He's not even
Kai,
wearing
so Pulisic and Ziyech were tops, were they? Were
Oh
they
my
tops?
It's just
God.
trash.
At least they passed. At least they tried to pass.
Mount, so
At
was
least they tried to pass rather than.
Ziyech and Pulisic playing fantastic?
Ah,
Were
my
they?
God.
Pulisic put in a good cross.
Okay, they were all bad. Mount was man of the match. Okay, is that good for you?
No,
You
I'm
have
not
to
saying.
know.
I said Rudiger's man of the match.
Fucking
I said
deluded,
Rudiger's
man.
man of the match.
No, look, Johnny. Like I said earlier, I was with you when you said Mount did not have a good game, but he did not have.
Like a father, man.
Hold on,
Father's
I was
fine.
with you when you said Mount did not have a good game, but Chilwell was the reason because of that, right?
Yeah, he was.
Now
Yeah.
that you keep
Waffle.
defending
No, it's
Mount
not.
and just hold on, let me finish, right? The fact of the matter is, when Mount was taken off the field and Cho was put in, we played better. So
What did we
automatically-
create? What did we
Hold on,
create?
hold on, let me
We
finish.
didn't create. We created one shot
me
he had
finish. Let me
straight at the
finish.
keeper.
Let me finish
That
my
was
point.
it.
Let me finish
There's no
my
other
sentence.
chance.
My sentence, not even my point. Let me
Hudson was
finish my
far better
sentence.
than Chilwell when he came up.
Look, the second we took Mount off the field and we put Cho in, we looked better. So automatically,
Thank
Mount
you.
had a bad game. Automatically, Mount had a bad game.
What?
Automatically.
So the fact that
Yeah.
we didn't take Pulisic and
Brilliant.
Ziyech off didn't make a
Automatically.
difference.
Automatically.
If
Cho
they
look-
take Ziyech and
Cho
Pulisic
looks
off
so
didn't make
much
a
better, man.
difference.
Cho looks
No,
so
no,
much
but
Give
better.
me a
yeah,
break,
they
man.
were
Give me a
all
My
break.
God, look.
Wait,
When
wait,
you had one
guys.
shot and that was it. That's all he
Can I
did.
ask the team a question?
Wait, 1 second. I just got to read the super chat quickly. Jester says there's no reason for Mount to be on the field when Havertz plays. Chilwell was awful. Ziyech just needs to pack his bags. Quit defending Mount. And this is the thing. It was a team collapse. It was a team failure in this game. They were all poor, but we have to be real and say Mason
Jorginho
Mount.
today was shocking.
Kyle, what were you going to say, man?
I was go. It does. A question to everybody in the panel: how was our attacking pattern this game compared to the last game against a better Everton team? By the way, Everton is much better than
Who was
Leeds.
better last game?
So much better.
And what's the difference between this team and last team?
Hudson Odoi, Timo Werner, and
We never had Mason Mount. Mason Mount was not there, man.
Mason Mount came on, you man.
Kai Havertz, man. Mason Mount was not there, man.
Bro, this
Yeah,
is what I'm
he's-
saying.
he's-
I
yeah.
have
And Leeds
still winning,
play a
man.
completely different way to Everton, so it's a bit of a weird comparison to make when Everton
my
just
God.
sit back.
Exactly.
Leeds-
One of them is the bottom of the
Leeds
table, the
press
other one is the
much
fucking.
higher.
But you said they were sitting back. You said they were
No,
sitting
when we
back.
had the
Johnny.
ball,
Johnny,
we
you
were
said they were
attacking.
sitting back,
Yeah,
man.
they did.
Johnny, you said they were sitting back. They're not
In
pressing us.
periods, they did, but a lot of the time they were pressing and
Man.
attacking
Bro,
us.
you're waffling, boy. Bro,
What do you mean I'm waffling?
now.
I've just described what they were doing. Don't talk rubbish,
Oh my God,
Cuzzy.
Johnny.
Make it make sense.
Johnny.
Yo,
We look
stop,
so
man.
much
I
better
was against
when
you.
Hudson was on the bench.
I'm not having you lot go and blame Mount. All you want to do
Johnny.
is blame Mount, then say he was our worst
Hold on,
player.
Johnny.
That's
And
not
that's
a
a joke, mate.
Hold on.
Because
Let's clear it up
Chilwell,
real quick.
Ziyech,
Let's clear
and
it up.
Pulisic were
No, hold
much
on.
worse.
Let me clear it up real quick
Much
for you,
worse.
Johnny. We are not
Talking
blaming
rubbish.
Mount. We are not blaming Mount. We are trying to get you to see that he did not have a good game.
I didn't say he had a great game, though. When did I
Why?
once say he had a great
I
game?
didn't say great. I said
Then he
good.
has a bad
Good
game.
game.
I said
Yeah,
good.
good game.
I didn't say great. I said I said good. He did not have a good game.
He did what he could
not have
with
a
the
good
bloody
game.
handicap he had
Oh
with
my
Chilwell.
god!
That's
Oh my
what
god!
happened, mate.
Remember how I
If you
said I
can't
was
do that,
with
if
you
you
earlier?
can't see
I'm
it,
not
I don't know what to say to you, man.
Without him, we won, but it's the players around him were at fault, right?
Chilwell he was defending Chilwell,
Yeah,
bruv. He was protecting the whole game.
You
The whole
no,
game,
listen,
bruv.
guys. We went from Eden Hazard to Mason. We went from Eden Hazard to Mason Mount being the star boy of this club. Look at the standards. We went from a guy who can pass the whole team and score a goal to Mason Mount, who this guy passed like
I don't want to hear the
he dribbles
disrespect, man. He won us the game against
he's
Liverpool, and you lot are treating him like he's shit. Talk sense, man. Be critical in a constructive way. All right. Be critical constructively. Don't just go, he can't pass, he can't do this, he can't do that. When he was passing lovely and he laid off a Chilwell pass through ball and he laid in Ziyech through.
Kazi, Johnny, time out. Let Wayne
You know what I
speak.
mean, man? Come on.
Time out, people. Let Wayne
There
speak.
was much worse players than Mount. In
Johnny,
this team
stop.
today.
Let Wayne speak, man. Let Wayne speak.
Oh my god. Yeah, go on, Wayne. Wayne, you go, then I'll go.
I'm not gonna have it, man.
Fitness.
I respect what you're saying, Johnny, right? You know I've got a lot of time for you, yeah?
Yeah, of course, man.
But this game, right, there's not one player on that
Wait,
field.
who's watching something in the background? I'm trying not to get copyright.
Not me.
Who's watching something in the background?
Sorry, it's me. It was on.
I
switched it off. I switched it off.
Set for two players, and that was Mendy and Rudiger had a good game. Mount, you can sit and say about Chilwell, and I've got respect for you saying that, but you've got to respect what we're saying. What I saw, what Scott saw as well, and I know Scott's going to agree with me, Mount didn't play well. And it's frustrating me while I'm listening to you guys. What you need to understand is Chelsea's got a standard. No one played to that standard. No one. So let's not just say about the reason why he didn't play. They didn't play at all. So let's cut the shit down the middle. No more about Mason Mount, the reason why he didn't play well. No more about Chilwell. No one.
Big facts.
Please.
Big facts.
No
Big facts.
one.
Big facts.
Oh, but that's what we were trying to say the whole way through anyway.
Chilwell was shocking though. I can't even lie, man.
Yeah,
I can't defend this guy no more. I can't defend this guy no more, man. Yo, we've been thrown, man. Leicester City have done it again, man. Maguire now, Ben Chilwell, man. They've done it again, man.
Water as well.
Like, they've done it again, man.
Say it, but like I didn't want to say it at the time, but I knew this would happen. Like when you've got better options out there, you've got Tagliafico who would have been cheaper and can play where he's playing. You've got like who else did you add? You've got Acuna who's at Sevilla at the minute.
Wait, this bad? You think he was going to play this bad? This bad?
He would have been cheaper than 50 mil. Like it's not good enough. And the problem is we're seeing this too often where he'll come in, have a few good games, then and it's poor again.
Yeah.
Bro, he was shocking, man.
Imagine
He was shocking, man.
Other option, we got Rice, man. Jesus Christ, man.
Kai, you were right. You were right, man. You were right. At the beginning of the season, Football Terrace, you said after the 4-0 against Crystal Palace, you said, do not get your hopes up. It's only one game. You were ever since, yeah. I think that Leicester City game, man, the Wolves, man, that counter-attack against Wolves went down the left-hand side, man. The guy's been poor, man, for some time now. He's been poor for so long, man.
Bro, I don't get emotional over players, man. I have a gal, man. I don't get emotional over players liking me or not liking me. I say my opinion based on the things that I fucking see, man. And if a player was shit, I say the player was fucking shit. And today the whole team was shit, but Mount couldn't even fucking pass to the team, man. He passed to the fucking ref.
Bro, why are you saying
No. We already did it, man. Go ahead, Vitmus. Go ahead, Vitmus.
Shit like that.
Vitmus, it's your turn.
Yo, man, I'm tell you this, brother. You see, sometimes the way when I talk, I'm listening to the dog. It's like when I do my editing, bro. Like sometimes I just have to really sit and wonder like what some of y'all saying. Sometimes, bro, the whole team not play good, bro. And I'm not defend Johnny, but freaking Mason Mount wasn't that poor to say yo, blame Mason Mount. Mason Mount wasn't that bad as some of you guys make him out to sound. You get me? It wasn't that awful, bro. We didn't have a good game, bro. It doesn't matter if Kai was on the field same time with freaking Mount. The team that we just didn't have a good game. Credit to Leeds. Leeds came out with that tactics and it worked. They were pressing us. They always have 3-4 players around the players we depend on to pass the ball. You guys watching the game, every time we had the ball, they had 3 players around Jorginho. They had 2 players around Conte. There wasn't that much space for us to play the football that we wanted to play or what we used to play, bro. It's not a case of Mount. Mount had a fair game. Not good, not poor. It was average. Okay. He was playing a lot of good ball. He made one bad pass and we're going to criticize him. No, Kyle. I'm not going to do that. Christian almost cost us the game as well, but I'm not going to blame him.
Your opinion, man. But what I see from when I see a midfielder, I expect a midfielder to make decisions and passes, especially if he plays for Chelsea in seconds.
Yeah.
He wants safe passes, man. Multiple times safe passes.
And
Hold on, guys. Yo, hold on. I've sat back and allowed you guys to speak. Just let me finish what I'm saying. Mason Mount is only 22 years of age or 21, whatever it is. He will get better as time goes by. We can't look at it like that. No matter what you guys are saying or how we want to look at it, Mason Mount has been our best player all season. So if he has one bad game, we can't be on his back like that, bro. A few days ago, everyone was saying Mount, but today everyone is criticizing him again. People are saying Jorginho was awful. What made Jorginho look awful? I don't see why you guys saying Jorginho was awful. I think Conte had a good game. The man of the match for me would be between Rudiger or Conte or the keeper. Everyone else had an average game apart from Chilwell had a poor game. We need to stop criticizing the players so awful. We're going too hard on it, man. We need to calm down, bro. We're supporting the club, support the players, and stop treating them like this, bro. They're human beings. They are not going to be accurate. Manchester City have games when they're awful as well, and they have a good squad of players. So we didn't lose, bro. So we need to calm down and look at the positives and say, okay, Leeds had a good game against us. They did well. Remember, Everton had better players, better team, but we were playing at Stamford Bridge in our own comfort. So it was easy for us to do that against Everton. We went away to a Leeds team that came up with their tactics today. They were brilliant in my opinion. They made it very hard for Chelsea today. No matter what anyone says, in my opinion, Leeds did excellent.
And you know what, Vitmus, big up to you, bro, for backing it. And just to put it out there, when we played under Lampard against Leeds, what was the score again?
3-1.
Get out of here, man. Get out. No, we're not gonna do this Lampard.
So the Lampard ball weren't so bad, was it?
No, bro,
man, please
football,
stop
bro.
Stop this, man. Stop this, man.
You know, he's not. He's just saying that we played poor on the Lampard in that game, but we still won the game. But today, Leeds just did well, bro. Stop. Yep. We can't make it look like
we haven't been scoring goals for some time.
Yeah, and I think as well, I think it's all about being able to criticize, similar to what Kai said in the sense of being able to criticize when there is the need to criticize, but also not go too far with it. Being able to say that this person had a poor game, this person had a poor game, but not go too far, and say saying that they need to be sold or going too far. Because I think as well, we can look at other players. You look at a super chat, and I agree. Reece cannot play right wing back. I think. Yep. I think he's a right back and not maybe could play as a CBM, but he's not a right wing back. He doesn't offer enough going forward. I don't think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, the whole team was bad. The whole team was bad. And if we want to be, even if we get Haaland next season and we create as many chances as we do now, he is going to struggle as well, man. We need a creative midfielder. Midfielder, man.
We say that.
We see him in the midfield.
We say that, but I think he'll score the chances, the half chance. Look, Havertz, I thought had a decent game, particularly in the first half. But the shot he had in the second half, where he hit it straight at the keeper. That he needs to score that. Yeah. If you're going to be a top player, you need to score that. I don't care if it's on your weaker foot.
We weren't clinical.
Unless that's falling to someone like a Ziyech, where we know he's one-footed, or like a Kante, where it's but that's he needs to be scoring that. And if that's Haaland, he scores that in that situation. And I think that's where the Haaland thing, those half chances, he'll score.
But to be fair to Kai, Scott, if Kai only had 190 minutes in God knows how long, so I do put it down to when I'll stick with when I said with Ziyech, when he missed that Man United chance. You need a run of games to get that one shot kill to just put it in. And so I won't be too harsh on Kai with his talent and what we've seen of him. You would expect him to put it away, but I kind of see why it did happen like that.
Yeah.
I like, if you know what I'm saying, like not to be too
The
harsh on him.
reason I wouldn't be too harsh on
talk about
Kai
the
is
false
because he
nine.
had one chance. He had one chance this whole game, and it was
Well,
he
he had two.
kind of
He had
put it
two.
to his own.
The false
Like he
nine.
put it on his own foot. He's the one who passed the defenders. It's not like it was like a tap in, you know. So he created himself, and he had only one shot. We need to create more chances for our attackers. I don't know if it's with changing formation or changing personnel. We can't go on
Get a
in the
midfielder,
last
man.
12 or 13 games scoring only one game.
I think
One
that's
goal.
credit to Leeds, though, Kai.
We have
I think it's
9
credit to
open
Leeds
play
how they
games.
played.
We have 9 open play games out of 15, guys. In 12 games, man. 9 open play goals, man. Do you understand how shambolic that is, man? 9 open play games. We've only scored 15 goals in 12 games.
I know, Kazi, but
9
our
open play
front
games.
line from the start of the season haven't all played together. They've all been in and out,
Mate,
and it's disjointed. And you can see how disjointed it is. Now they're starting to get fitter. We're seeing moments in the game where it works, but we're not seeing it consistently.
What moment? What moment? Please tell
Well,
me.
we saw in the Everton game that it was starting to click. We saw him.
Yeah, but he changed it. He changed it. Click if he keeps changing
Yeah, but
it.
he's changed
Exactly,
it with
he
the
changed it.
Atletico game in mind. You can tell Mount's not going to play and Jorginho's not going to play. Chilwell's definitely not going to play. He's definitely
It's
going
the
to
same
play
thing as
Cho
the
because
first
he
leg
rested
for the
him.
Southampton game for that too, isn't it?
What's that? What's that?
It's the same thing as the first leg. Like we had Southampton before that. We made hella rotations for that game.
Exactly. He's got Atletico in his mind. He wants to win that game. And to be fair, if you say to me, draw this game and go and win Atletico, I'll take it all day long, mate. Because I still think we can make top
We're not
four.
winning the CL. We're not winning the CL though. That's the thing. We're not winning the CL. Like there's no point if you. We're not.
No, I don't think we should be negative about the Champions League. Of course, we want to win it, but at the same time, we have to be realistic. Our better chances is for us to get Champions League next season because we need it.
Still will though.
Rebuild.
But we're putting it in jeopardy. We're putting it in jeopardy now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Liverpool can get good form.
Yeah, but guys, you got Arsenal and Spurs. You get a draw there. Not so bad because Spurs are behind.
But then West Ham and Everton have 2 games on us, and they have 48.
West Ham will drop off. Everton, you know that they've got an L in them.
How do you know they're going to drop off, Johnny? Why do you keep saying they're going to drop off? West Ham look better than us. West Ham look better than us, man.
Why are so awful sometimes, man? Jeez, bro. Just
they're
like
not gonna play amazing every game.
Points, bro. West Ham can, bro. Who is West Ham, bro? West Ham can drop points, too, bro. We have West Ham to play. Why worrying about West Ham? We are going to play West Ham.
Bro, you worry about Leicester and you
We
worry
need
about
to do
United.
it today.
You worry about Tottenham Hotspur. They're the 3 clubs. They're the 3 clubs that are all top 4 candidates. The rest, they'll be around.
Like some shark in the water, bro. Anything dropping.
But look, we'll see though. Look, West Ham are playing Manchester. West Ham are playing United tomorrow, so we'll see.
I pray they win, man. I want these guys. I want to get.
Yeah, where
right,
are we in the table now with
bro?
this?
We're still 4th.
Bro, it's football. Just
still 4th for West Ham. West Ham could overtake us with a game in hand. That's the only real change.
Just as man, I say, our name, Chrissy. Sorry, you're saying like we can't win the Champions League. That's what you said, right? But you're also saying that West Ham not gonna drop points. And what about, bro? It's the same thing. We don't know. We are just speaking of what we are seeing and what is football, bro. The ball is round. Anything can happen. We can win the Champions League. No one saw us win the Champions League in 2012. I remember watching the semi-final.
Right? Yeah. I agree with you, bro.
Hold on. And what is that little short guy? What's his name? I forgot his name. He's bald. And he's like, when everyone was saying, "Oh, I think Barcelona will win and Real Madrid will go to the finals. It's gonna be an all-Spain final. Bayern Munich will finish 3rd, whatever, Chelsea 4th. Only one person that they said Chelsea are going to win the Champions League. Tommy Smith, I think his name is, or something like that. He said Chelsea are the underdogs and they are going to win. Everyone was like, Chelsea. Bro, it's football. You never know what will happen, bro.
Yeah.
But you say that, of course, I agree with you. Anybody can win the Champions League, especially this year, especially this season. I don't think there's any actual favorite.
Yeah, Bayern Munich defense is horrible, man.
Kazi, wait a second. But at the same time, we need to realize that our manager came after we already played 19 games, right? and we're starting from halfway the season, from behind, from ninth. We need to get Champions League in order for us to strengthen our squad, like the way that we would like. I'm sure all of us think that the squad need a few new signings in midfield and in attack, right? So in order for us to do that, we need to be realistic. We need to win games, right? We need to get top four, and to get games, those 1-0 goals, being 1-0 until the 80th or 70th minute. I don't know about you guys, but that giving me many heart attacks, man. Especially with this much consequences on the line, man. We need to start fixing up. We need to start finding a solution to our lack of goals, man.
There are flaws in this team, Kai. There are flaws and cracks in this team that have been covered by Tuchel since he's come in, all right? And they showed today. They showed. But I'm not worried about it, because at the end of the day, he's tinkered the squad. He's not going to play these same players for the Atletico game. We go and get a great result against Atletico, and we kick on again, and we're going to get our next win. Who's our next game in the Premiership?
West Brom.
West Brom. There you go.
May Sam Allardyce masterclass
game from now.
We've had a tough. This is the toughest run of our season, really. In the you could arguably say in our worst period of.
We have no passes in midfield,
and we're still
of our
team.
Yo, so let me ask this question, right?
Hold that for a sec. I just got to read super chat. He wasn't bad today, but can we talk about how Reece James never looks forward and passes back every time? He has the capacity to drive with the ball. Here's the thing with Reece James. I do feel like it's still an adjustment period for him getting into that position, but he does need to start adjusting a lot quicker, because he has had the good games at right wing back, so I can't write him off completely. But we are seeing a completely different James to the one in the first half of the season. He does need to start being a bit more confident in himself. Another one says Werner.
Werner was decent, man.
No. I was going to say Werner got no service.
Yeah,
and the one chance he did get
no
was
midfield
blocked.
creativity.
Did you see the time in the game where he was literally past? He was in our own half, man, getting the ball.
Defending.
No. Plus, they played very, very high, man. Leeds. You would have to run like a long way to go to the goal through the defense. So I don't think Giroud was a good game for Giroud to play.
No.
Slow as fuck, man. That guy.
Kai did well, man. He he
didn't get chances though.
I'm just glad he's got 290 minutes under his belt now. It's fantastic.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Kai did well, but this, as the super chat said, or I don't know who said it, but this guy Werner shouldn't have been the one to come on, because it's like swapping. It's same for me. We needed, the thing is, people, like today, we're happy with a player because they did well, but if they don't do well the next game, we jump on their backs and we crit. Bro, people, Giroud, this is, as that, I agree, Giroud should have been the sub. Because, as you see, there was no strikers presence in that Leeds box today. Leeds defense was calm and cool. They were easy like Sunday morning. There was no...
Yeah, but do you know why, Vitmus? Do you know why he played Havertz still? Because Havertz's movement is so good, right? With Giroud, the Leeds defense would have handled it no problem. Trust me.
I don't have a problem with Havertz starting. I'm saying when the sub was made, Giroud should have been the one that came on to play as a striker and then have to link up with Havertz, because that ball, even that ZH whipped in the box. If we had Giroud on the end of that, that's 1-0 Chelsea. But I'm not gonna say, it's the manager's fault because he should have started Giroud. I was happy with Havertz playing the Falls now. I don't have a problem. But I'm saying Giroud should have came off the bench in that game to give us that presence inside the box, because what Chelsea are lacking is a striker's presence. That's all we miss. And I
disagree with you. I think we need a creative midfielder in this team more than a striker.
Yeah, we need a creative midfielder.
I think he's just saying that's one of our problems. One of our problems, not the only problem.
Yeah, but those are not clear chances, man. I don't think Tuchel wants us to score all our goals to be headers. I think he wants us to score our players with their feet, man. And scoring it's not gonna happen.
I thought he was saving Giroud for Atletico. That's why we didn't see him today.
I think so too. I think he will play against Atletico.
Exactly. So I think that's why he didn't bring him on today, to make sure he's completely healthy.
No, but for me, that doesn't make any sense, because Atletico are not going to sit back at Stamford Bridge. They need a goal. They
need 2 goals.
So they need 2 goals. So I don't see why we should have rested Giroud. This is the game for Giroud where the teams are gonna put more men in their box to try to block us out.
When we play guys?
we're going
Do you know
against Atletico Madrid. They're going to have to play a higher line that they did in Bucharest because they're behind. So
Yeah.
Giroud is not really going to get that
Have
other
we
chance to run in
trusted
behind because of his
Vitmes?
space.
Have we all trusted Tuchel to this point?
Of course,
Yes.
bro.
Right.
Bro, this
So-
him just take over. We can't. Me not pressure Tuchel. I have no problem with Tuchel.
I mean, he's unbeaten.
Yeah.
I thought today was a fair result because Leeds
No,
could have easily got a goal
I
as well.
hated this.
He's doing a
I
good
hated
job.
this game.
I know
we're
it's
being
not
real.
what we want to say, what we want to hear, but the way I watched the game,
Yeah,
a draw is a fair result,
here
man.
is what. I agree with you.
It
The only
was,
reason-
it was level like that. It was a level game. It's just no one took their chances. Arguably, I would say we had the two Havertz chances were the best chances. They hit the crossbar twice. Mendy made what, 2 great saves
Yeah.
it's
Yo,
2-2. It's even.
Just say it. The reason why we're angry is because we missed the opportunity to stretch
Yeah,
our
of
lead
course.
in the top
And
4. That's all. That's why we're feeling like this. But end of the day, go on, Scott. Sorry.
I was gonna say, you mentioned that. I think we talk about the top 4 thing. What I will say is that even though we missed the chance, you look at the next 5 league games coming up. I'm expecting 13 points.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how
I
it
agree
is.
with
I
that.
won't lie
We
with
should-
you, man.
West
we should
Brom,
win them
Palace,
all.
Brighton,
Yeah.
West Ham, and Fulham. West Ham, I'll accept a draw. Every other
Nah,
game,
Yeah.
I'm expecting a win. I'm
West Ham.
expecting a win.
No, after beat West Ham. That's a one team.
No,
After beat.
Oh no. But what
Yeah,
I'm saying is,
beat
you look
West
at how
Ham.
they're playing at the
West Ham,
minute.
yeah.
What I mean by that, in terms of accept the draw, is they're playing well.
Palace, man.
Declan Rice, man. We need to smash these rumors about Declan Rice, man. Just tear this guy apart, man.
Yeah. Like, obviously, I want to
Okay,
win.
so look,
That's
I
the one
think-
game where, because of how well they're playing, I will accept a draw.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
I
a bit
agree.
different. Where every other game, I'm expecting a win.
Do you know what? We
I'm actually-
changed how Leeds played.
Yeah.
They normally go out and play the way they play, right? But because of the way
Yeah.
we play, they showed us respect by not playing.
No, they still played a high line, Johnny.
I disagree.
I know,
Did
I'm
you
saying
see?
No.
They didn't
Still
change
played a
how
high
they
line,
play.
though.
The whole game they
Bielsa's
didn't.
not
He
that
did.
kind of manager. He doesn't know that.
No.
I
I
completely.
think
They didn't
I
change
don't
anything.
think
I
he
completely
played.
Guy
I don't
lost
think
6-2.
Leeds played how they normally
The guy
play,
got.
mate.
They
I
played,
think
Guy
they
got
came
played
in
the
and played
same way
exactly how they
every
play.
game. They've played the
They played
same
the
way
same
every
way.
game, regardless
Yeah.
of the scoreline,
I
regardless of who
completely
they
disagree.
play. They play the same way.
Yeah.
They
Doesn't matter if they're losing 6-2.
Yeah, and you know what? What I'm criticizing, what I'm criticizing this game isn't the actual result. I'm criticizing our tendency to rarely score goals, you know. And I think sooner or later it's gonna bite us in the ass. We need to find a solution to that lack of goals. At least until the end of the season, we need to find something. Whether it's a personnel formation, whatever it is, but it is becoming an issue, us not scoring goals. Tuchel said it before, but it's something that's gonna keep getting to us. And as soon as it's gonna start getting to relegation battles, then those
How many
teams are gonna
games
start
have we
defending
played?
even higher.
But you know
even
what?
better
It
and
wasn't
more
a boring
composed.
0-0, was
So
it?
we need
It
to
wasn't
find a
boring.
solution. That's what I'm worried about it.
It was
It was
painful 0-0,
mighty
man. It
It
was
was
a
a boring
painful.
0-0.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It was
was
very.
mighty
We've seen
boring,
a
man.
lot worse
We still
0-0s than that. Bloody hell.
It was very boring.
score. That's yeah, but
We're
we
too
didn't
busy
score,
focusing on
which
Mason
is
Mount
an
running,
issue
man.
that we've been
That's
having
why.
scoring goals.
That's why, man.
Are
No,
Barnes
let's
the
not take
Havertz
it into
chance?
this. But look, let me ask this question for you guys. So for me personally, I feel like, or let me ask the question first. Who is the player you think that we missed today? Just one player. For me, I think it was Kovacic. Because I
Yeah.
really felt like that
Yes.
the progression in the middle of the field was just non-existent today. It was
But I
non-existent.
think the problem with that is I think that
Yeah,
Jorginho needed to play
yeah.
because he's suspended for the Atletico game.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Is Kovacic needs to be
We've got
fully
no
fit for the
passes.
Atletico game because he's going to start.
Because I
That's
think
guaranteed.
Kovacic should have played
Guys,
this game.
can I ask you guys a question? Can I ask you guys a question? Yeah. Can
but
anyone in the midfield
Wednesday, man.
pass?
What, 6 days away?
Yes,
Can anyone
they
pass?
can. But
Can anyone
again,
pass
we
in that
only
midfield,
have two
man?
midfielders. When you play with this double
they-
pivot, right?
They
and you
can,
force
but they
both
can.
to sit
They're not
deep,
creative.
it gets
passes,
very
man.
hard for you to
Kante.
find the open passes.
No.
It gets
Kante
very
for me,
easy
yeah,
to
is
cut passing lanes.
Listen, Kante, yeah. There was a time when Kai Havertz was making
Yeah.
Hudson-Odoi was making a run, and there was time for you to put that ball through, literally, and you overhit it, man. And I was screaming at the TV, man. It's these sort of things, man. Jorginho,
I think-
Jorginho makes a good pass every now and then, man, but then he overhits it, man. Like I don't understand, man. How do you expect
be
progression
fair,
in the
I
midfield?
think that happens with a lot of our team. Like we saw that with Hudson-Odoi. There was a couple of times. There was one time he did that for Reece James when he came on. There was times that
Yeah, Odoi should have
Um,
started as well.
Ziyech was doing that. There was times that Pulisic was doing that. It's not just our midfield. I think it's for some reason we have a problem with that final ball where we either aren't seeing the run or the pass is nowhere near good enough.
And you got to admit, in the moments when, like near the end
Yeah,
of the
but
game, Leeds were sitting back.
because
They were sitting
our
back, so it's
attackers
even
literally
harder.
screamed at them, pass me the ball, but they would rather either shoot or pass it backwards. I don't understand, because you see like our attacking players like waving their hands, hey man, pass it to
Can you
me,
say that again, Kai?
but they just pass it to each other or to the wings, which we. I'm saying like you can see the attackers asking for the ball, but rather than give it
Kai
to them
Havertz.
like with through balls, they're passing either backwards or to the wings or trying to shoot, man.
They're all
Which is an
scared of
issue.
making
We're never.
a risk.
That's what I'm saying. Even if we get talent, we're gonna struggle, man. There is no striker on this planet that doesn't miss chances.
Yeah.
Man.
So you guys saw that last ball from Cho to Reece James where he
Yeah,
kind
that
of
was terrible.
it, right?
Yeah,
That was a
I feel
terrible
like
ball,
we're
bro.
trying that pass a little too much.
Yeah.
Like that pass in particular, where we try and
But Dags, that was
spread
the
it
right
through.
pass there. It was the right pass there.
No, I
It
agree.
was the right pass,
think
but it
it
was
is the
too.
right pass. But remember, look, I like
Yeah.
when even under Lampard, right? I was never. Of course, we had this whole cross and inshallah thing, but I was never against the crossing, right? I was against the fact that we wouldn't do anything else, right?
Yeah.
Now I just don't want this. I just don't want us to go into that same pattern here, where again, yeah, I understand today we didn't have that aerial threat like a Giroud, or like, we don't really get that with Kai.
But Kai is aerial.
But we tried it with Ziyech on that last, not last, but it was on that cross to the back post where he had, I think it was Kai and he had Chilwell there, right? But I feel like we need to try those balls a little bit more instead of the through balls, because I feel like the through balls are such, you have to get it perfectly. You have to land those passes.
That's why you need a creative midfielder who can do these passes. Through balls, it's not just about putting a ball through. It's about the weight of pass, man. The technique on it, man. You've got to get someone who specializes.
I know that's what you're asking for, but the way I look at it is the way you can create space to get those through balls is by passing the ball a lot quicker and moving the ball as quick as possible around, bringing out their defenders to come towards the ball so that you create those spaces. We don't do that well enough in the final third. It's very slow. If you look at it, it's slow.
But we have never been.
You have to have high, quick intensity in the final third, especially when they're sitting back, because you need to create that space. You need to open up some sort of glimpse.
Is that
of
what
hope.
deep line playmaker does, though? Is that what deep line playmaker does?
No, it's not just the deep line playmaker. It's how you're all working.
It's not even a
together.
deep line playmaker. We just need any playmaker, man. We don't have any playmakers, man.
Yo, guys.
We need an eight that can actually pass the ball. Yes, we don't have
guys, come on.
Come on, bro. Remember, say Wayne is a man. He keeps quiet. If you want to talk, man, or you sit in the private chat, just give him a chance to just say what more.
I need to go because I've got my other half. But guys, thank you for the super chats in the comments. Thank you for donating to those. But please keep smashing that like button. And while you're at it, subscribe to Fitmas, subscribe to Kai at No Filter Football, and subscribe to Father's show for Father, and for everyone on their socials on Twitter. Yes, it's been a terrible game, but let's all keep being positive because we are going places, and I still believe we've got a chance of winning the FA Cup, and we've got a good chance to finish in the next round in the Champions League. So let's be positive. But yeah, big up to everyone on the panel. So I've got to shoot, and all respect to everyone. Hope everyone has a good day and a good weekend.
You have a good day.
Have a good one, Wayne.
Big up, Wayne.
Big up Jalen Scarrett as well, the super chat saying you lot have to understand we played under a new system. I'd give him some slack.
Yeah,
Was that
the problem?
That was still 5 at the back though, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. I think it was 4-3-3. I think he switched it to 5 in the back when he brought on Reece.
It was a 4-2-3-1. Mason Mount head on the wing as well, you know.
No. I'm sorry. Even if it wasn't a 4-3-3, it was 4 in the back though, right? In the beginning.
No.
No.
I think this came from having Pulisic as the right wing back. Pulisic is not defensively sound enough, and so he was so far up the pitch that he was playing as a right winger. But I think positionally speaking, it was at 5 at the back, because you saw when Reece James came on, he basically slid into the same point, and it was 5 at the back.
Scott, do you think that Pulisic was playing out of position? You reckon that he should start as a?
No, I thought his positioning was fine. I just thought he didn't do it like where the 2 crosses he did, like the low crosses were good, It was just like Kai was the only real person in the box. But where I wanted to see more of him was he wasn't taking players on.
Yeah, he didn't. He
Like,
didn't.
you know,
He
he can
kept
do
going
that. We
back.
saw against Wolves in Lampard when we had Lampard in charge when we lost we lost the final minute one. He was taking players on. Like, he
There
was
was-
taking players on.
Did you notice?
It reminds me of Loftus-Cheek after that injury, man. He was scared to
Did you
score.
notice, guys, when
Breaks point
there was I think it was in the first half. Yeah, it was first half, and he the ball came to him, and he literally had his touch was off, and then because his touch was so off, it allowed the guy, the Leeds player behind him, to get right up to him, push him a bit, and then he had to pass back. But what he wanted to do was touch it and turn. And you just saw him after, just like so frustrated with himself.
I was saying,
and that's the story of him.
There was another one I saw where he gets the ball and he's against two players, but it's two players. You know, it was Alioski and Harrison. I think you know he can beat both of them, but he does a weird touch to get past. I think it was Harrison, and then Alioski just gets the ball easily, and it's like,
yeah.
It's like, I know you can take both these players on.
Yeah.
Like, do
But
it.
you want to see it.
I think again that is a matter of like tactics where the manager will tell him, "Yo, maybe don't take on two players," because
You say
again,
that, but then Hudson
I think it's
when he
match
came on,
fitness.
so
I think it's match fitness because I think on his day he would take them on. He'd take them on.
Yo, everybody keeps saying it was a back four, bro. It was not a back four in the chat. I'm just telling the guys in the chat that it wasn't a back four.
No, it wasn't.
On the internet, it was placed as a back four, but when I was watching the game live, they showed us that it was a back
you could see the three centre backs were clearly spaced out from each other. Like you could see where they were positioned. It was not a back four.
Yes, it was a back three. So just to let you guys know in the chat.
The thing is,
Chelsea
I also
boys
go
says need the striker with
Bro, Lewis,
Havertz and off the. Do you feel like it's a case of need the striker with him up front? Because
I think it's a case of
Really a clinical striker up front, a clinical one.
no, not even a clinical. I think we had three creative players up there, and we had nobody that could score. Like we had.
I don't think we tried enough.
We have Mount. I feel like that's three attacking players. We needed someone with the finishing ability.
Yo, remember Addit? Kaya right when he says we're not creating enough. That's one. But we need a striker, bro. We need not only a striker with presence, but the attacking that threat, the runs he makes, putting fear into defenders. That's the type of striker we need.
Bullying as well. Bullies defenders.
I've watched Harry Kane, who was a lot of players like consider like the best striker on the planet. And I've seen him miss chances easier than the one that Havertz had today. The difference is Kane has a lot of chances created for him. We create one chance for our striker, then we slam them for not scoring it.
That's a good shout. Good shout.
About one had like two chances against
One
Everton.
chance created, man. They can't
one had
one
two
chance
goals.
created.
Do you know how old our front line is? Apart from Ziyech, we've got Pulisic 22, Hudson Odoi's what, 20? Is he 20, 21?
Bro, I'm sick and tired of this young thing, man.
They're all young players, bro.
Hold on, Johnny.
I'm sorry, man. I'm done with this, man.
Hold on, Johnny. Right? Listen, man. If you were, let's say, you were paid £80,000 a week, right? To talk on Sky Sports or something, right? You're gonna try your hardest to know everything you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
So if you're getting paid 80 to 100 grand a week, you best believe that you better be tip-top shape. You better be ready to put on a
Yes, I get all that, but you
I
can't
don't care how
expect
young
finished
they are when they're
articles
getting
at a
paid
young
Yes, you
age.
can.
Like,
No, you can't.
Sancho and Haaland's decision-making. Sancho's decision-making at the age of 19 last season. I was watching it, man. This guy, not only was he
Sancho's
clinical,
dropped off this season. What's your point? They all have
because
dips. They all go up
bro,
and
they're
down.
having bad form. Listen, I'm talking about last season, man. Last season, 20 goals and 20 assists, man. Look at this guy's decision making, man. He knew when to make the pass at the right time with the right weight of the pass, man. I'm not having this excuse. Man United 2018, they had a front line of Ronaldo, Rooney, and Tevez. These guys are like 21, 22, 23, man. They were young as well. I'm not having this. Oh, they were young.
Yes, but they were around experienced players, man. They're around players older than them as well. And we don't have that.
Who was behind them? Who was behind them?
What do you mean?
Who was behind
Who's
them?
behind them?
Well,
You got Van Nistelrooy's, bruv. You got flipping
Ministry
experienced
left, man.
players, bruv.
Ministry left.
You got experienced players.
He left. No, he left, man.
What,
Long
Van
time
Persie
ago.
then, bruv? You got Van Persie.
He was not
bruv.
there. Oh my
He
god.
was not there, man. He was not there as well,
You know
man.
what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Johnny is so good at defending things, man. He could win the O.J. Simpson case, man.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Excuse everything.
2008, 2008, 9,
Actually, can't be
that team that won 3 Premier League teams, man. They had a young squad, man.
Bro,
Having that, man.
I'm gonna talk about Sancho, bro. Bro, Sancho in a Bundesliga where Werner come from, we score 20.
Yeah.
Nah, come on, man. Look at the
Me not
CEO, man, as well.
I'm not comparing none of them players until they come play in the Premier League. No matter how good Sancho is in the freaking Bundesliga, bring him back to the Premier League, then we can talk about Sancho.
So you don't rate what's called
Then
Lewandowski and Thomas Muller?
we can talk about
What?
Foden because he played excellent.
Bro,
against Southampton.
Yeah, and Foden's not
Excellent against Southampton.
played as much for City
Bro,
this season as you
I
think he
rate
has.
all of them players,
What do you
but when
mean?
you get to the Premier
Bro.
League, that's the biggest task for you.
Nah,
Look
the
at
Premier
Timo
League is-
Werner. No,
for me,
look at Timo Werner, who was
Let me just say,
I-
let me say this
And
here.
look at the
I
age
feel
of
like
City
Premier League is
players
fast,
up
man.
front. Look
The
at
Premier
the
League
age
is
of
just
them.
fast, man, and what's called more physical, man. I don't
They're
think
not
it's
all
better.
20-year-olds.
bro.
I think it's more physical, man. I don't think it's so
Thomas
scored.
Muller and all of those players that you are talking about,
They wouldn't
are
play good
smart.
here.
Listen, they were smart to stay in the Bundesliga. Hear that? Listen to me. Thiago Alcantara, big example. Wicked seasons after season for Bayern Munich. Look at him in a Liverpool shirt.
Yeah, but do you know what the problem is there?
bro.
Is the
Not
guy?
everyone will make that transition.
The system that they're playing at
Midfield
Liverpool.
at Bayern compared to the midfield he has at Liverpool as well. There's context to these things. Are we going to pretend that Thiago Alcantara, when he played for Bayern against Premier League teams, he didn't tear them a new one? Man.
Exactly, man. They tore us
You have
apart,
to take
man.
the team as a
No, but
context.
you can't say midfield, bro. Liverpool have a wicked front three where score 40 at goal together in a season. And him can't assist to that front three. Don't tell me crap, bro.
Now he went from playing with Joshua Kimmich, to what's called Jordan
Bro.
Henderson and Gino Wijnaldum, man. I'm sorry, man. You cannot compare the two, man.
We're not talking about, brother. Brother,
man.
we're not football. We're not talking about. Like, we're not talking about.
Yeah. No.
About
Come
some
on.
people talk now come with, brother.
Vitmus is right. Vitmus is right.
Listen, dog.
Gino
Thanks for saying
Wijnaldum is
that.
trash.
Listen, no, crazy. Listen to me. I make you talk a while ago, bro.
Yeah.
The man individuals ability should stand out. Now tell me about who beside him, bro.
Yeah,
Fabinho and
That's not fair, man.
Look, you were talking about a Bayern Munich team. Hold on,
sorry,
you were talking about a Bayern
Why
Munich.
are we even
that
talking
won.
about Bayern Munich?
Bro, me not talk about Bayern Munich who him a play with Kimmich. I'm talking about Alcantara as an individual player.
Yeah.
He's Fabinho and Henderson and Wijnaldum should not stop him from making an assist or making a good pass.
Okay, Mason Mount. We can say the same for Mason Mount. We can say the same for Mason Mount.
No, we can't. No,
say
we
the same
can't.
for Mason Mount.
Hold on. Let me defend my hold on. Let me defend Vitmus real quick. Look, Vitmus is right. Thiago played in a team with, yes, you're right. He played with Kimmich and he played with Goretzka, right? At the same time, that was a Champions League winning team. Yes.
Yeah.
Wijnaldum
Triple winning team.
Hold on. Wijnaldum and Jordan Henderson were also a Champions League winning.
Different system, man.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They won.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't matter. They
different system. It's a different. Liverpool system is just pressing it, and what's good? What they do, they have the midfield. The midfield is there to press, get the ball, pass it out to the wings, to pass it out to the fullbacks. The fullbacks are the ones that are creative, man. The Bayern Munich system, they had a completely different style of play, man. They were way more of a possession-based team who. What's cool? They were attacked more through the middle as well, man. You can't compare Liverpool's pressing side, man. The way how they press, man, completely different, man. You've got to play next to someone who can do it. He needs help, man. He isn't that guy, man. I'm sorry. If you played in our system, if you played in our system, you play better, a lot better than Liverpool, man. You play a lot better than this system.
He wouldn't.
He would, man. He would, man.
He would not.
He would, man. I feel like he would, man.
The point I was making before we got onto all this, right, guys, was we haven't got anyone who is of 25 to 28 in our front line, apart from Ziyech. That is it.
Pause that. Scott, finish your point.
It's nothing to the tactics. It's down to the fact. If you notice in the Leipzig game, go and watch the Leipzig game from the other night. He was able to play the passes that he wants to play. He's able to do all the stuff he wants to because he's got cover in Fabinho. Every single game he's played in this season, he hasn't had to cover Fabinho, hasn't had to cover Henderson because they've been playing at centre-back because they've had injured centre-backs and Klopp for some reason wanted to play them. That's what it comes down to. Have you? No, it's not system. Fuck me. It's not system. It's where personnel are playing. That's why he wouldn't work in this system because he's got no defensive cover. Jorginho is the defensive cover in our system.
And you're
That's
telling me
the whole point.
Jorginho would do better than Wijnaldum, right?
Wait, where?
do you mean?
Who? Where?
What?
Where? Junior do what? Where?
I said, are you telling me Jorginho would do better than what's his name? In that
Ronaldo.
in that system, would Jorginho do better than Kimmich? Would Jorginho do better than Goretzka? Would Jorginho do better than the Wijnaldum? Would Jorginho do better than Henderson? Would Jorginho do better than
level of those guys.
Bro,
Nowhere near the level of those guys, man. That makes no
Bayern,
sense, though.
that
To be
Bayern
fair-
team can play any top 6 or top 10 or top 20 Premier League team and finger them easily, man.
Exactly,
I am
man.
sorry, man. People
need someone
are
like
overhyping
People,
the
man,
Premier League
you
like
Premier
crazy, man.
League
I'm sorry.
elitists, man. You guys are Premier League elitists, man. I'm sorry, man. Just the way how Bayern play, man. The way how they press together, man. Like Premier League is a good team, man, but it's a different style, man. It isn't better than Bundesliga
You
or
think our
Liga,
thing
bro.
is that
It's a
we're,
different
that we're
style,
relying
man.
too much on youth? That's a super chat
Different
saying.
style.
We're relying too much on youth. Too young. Not enough
I just
experience
said
on
that.
the
I
pitch.
just said
And there's
that,
a
Lou.
lack
Premier
of
We
League
haven't
bias,
got
man.
any. If you look at our backbone,
Listen, man.
the only
Send them out
backbone
to
we've got
Bro,
is Kante, Jorginho, Rudiger, and Thiago Silva, but nothing up top.
Bro,
We're
Bro.
lightweight up top with age,
Yo.
apart from Ziyech. That's it.
Sometimes the man them, as I tell us that,
If
sometimes
Giroud doesn't play, Vitmers, if
Yeah.
Giroud doesn't play, we got no commander up front. No one. They're all
yeah,
20,
that's what
21.
I've said all the while that people don't like Giroud, but he's the only option in a striker. But it is what it is. But in this scenario, what I'm talking about, people saying this the year before, bro, be saying about Bayern Munich. Year before, that same Bayern Munich team got crumbled by Liverpool. So what not talk about? Are the
That's
same
not the-
team that Bayern Munich lose with last?
it is not the same team, man. Different manager, different tactics, everything.
What's different? Brother, it no matter the same players, bro. Uno just a talk a FIFA football and not talking, brother.
Man, you cannot underestimate the ability of a good manager, man. We have done that with Lampard. Look how low we
bro.
were.
Lampard present, inshallah.
Listen, Lampard won us against
Sorry,
Leeds
Polo.
the last
Polo
game,
is
so
shocking.
give him some credit, man.
Credit fucking got us to 9th fucking place,
Yo,
man.
Give him some credit, man.
Yo, the man
He
them
got
now
us
look
Champions
like
League.
he's
We wouldn't be talking about Champions League
Mate,
if it wasn't for
10th place,
Lampard.
mate.
And
10th
for
place,
Mason
mate.
Mount. And for Mason Mount as it goes.
Down,
He
man.
scored that free kick
Johnny.
against Wolves and
Johnny.
got us Champions
Johnny.
League
Man,
space.
you're telling yourself.
I'm not going to hear this bullshit.
Johnny, you know how we want to sign Haaland, right? Had Man still been here, we wouldn't even be dreaming about it.
Why not?
Exactly,
Roman
man.
wants him
Dreaming
regardless. It
It's
doesn't
true,
matter
man.
whether Lampard
He
sells.
said
Next
no one
season,
wants to
man.
come and
It
get
doesn't
coached
even
by
matter if Tuchel's
Lampard, man.
there. If
No one wants to get
Roman
coached by
wants
Lampard.
Haaland, he'll buy Haaland.
Are you
No, it's not.
retarded? Are you dumb? Are you hold on. Listen, right? Hold on. Listen. If you don't get top 4, you don't sign Holland. If you
Yeah.
don't get top 4, you don't sign
We're
Holland.
gonna get top 4
Yeah.
of Lampard, man. We're not getting
That's
top
not
4
a
of
that's
Lampard
not
this
a
season.
that's not a if.
We
and
don't know.
or
We don't know because he got sacked.
You
We
think
can't
Lampard
say
will
that.
Place, we were 10th place, bro. We got
So
Kim
think
slapped
Lampard
by
will
Man
get
City.
top 4.
You can't say something that hasn't happened, all right?
Are
It
you
Oh,
hasn't
my-
happened.
Johnny,
He hasn't
Even
stayed
even
till the
Victor
end
was
of the
like,
season.
man, I can't defend that guy, man.
Johnny, Lampard could be doing things if your missus, yeah, and you would walk in and say, "How many teaspoons of sugar would you like in your tea, man?" Honestly, man, bro, the love you have for Lampard, man. He's our
I
greatest
just
player of
don't.
all
I
time.
don't like slander
Nah,
on
he's our
Lamps, mate. I
he's
don't
the
like
greatest
it.
player of all time.
Show
He's our greatest player
respect
of
to
all
him,
time.
man.
John,
He's
can I
done a
ask you
good job.
Manager.
He's done a
ask you a
good
He's a
job.
question?
shit manager.
Would you got
A
top
shit
4 of
manager.
Lampard State? Would you think we would got top 4 of Lampard State?
He's
Honestly.
done a good job, man. You can't say.
No.
That's not the question. That's not the question, though, is it?
Kazi, low key, you sound childish at times, you know.
I'm sorry, man. My bad. I had to pull that one out, man. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, big up Progressions Project as well. Says big up to the panel, but no strikers. Why? I kind of get seeing Kai Havertz playing that position, especially with how much he balled down the last game.
Yeah.
Plus, we're trying
think-
something different as well. It just didn't really work out.
I think
no big chances missed. Go on.
Giroud's rested.
I think where we went wrong is I think Mount, Ziyech, and Havertz. I think one of them shouldn't have played because I think Kai Havertz he's not a striker. If he's a false 9, it's good. But I just felt like because Mount and Ziyech, we were relying on them to create, and Havertz was kind of playing as a striker at times. They weren't creative enough, so Kai Havertz didn't like against Everton. He came deep, dragged defenders with him, and then he left space in behind, and then Werner dragged someone, and then Werner drags defenders, and then Hudson-Odoi and Alonso have space to do things.
No,
But today Havertz,
Ziyech and
Ryan's
Mount were
right.
both trying to drag defenders out, all right, with the ball because they were slightly deeper, and Ziyech was just shit pretty much the whole game.
I don't think
And
you. I just think
Pulisic's link up with Ziyech wasn't the best. And I think if it
Yo,
was
Ziyech
out
is
of Mount,
horrible,
if
man.
it was out of Mount and
Yo,
Ziyech,
come
I
on,
wouldn't have even played
Your
Ziyech.
ZX flounder is ridiculous, Johnny, because I don't think he cannot. You know, ZX has been, non-existent at times today.
He
But
wasn't
you
that
cannot
great. He wasn't good today, man. He didn't
Hold on,
really do anything.
why don't we talk about
He was
Pulisic?
not good today, man.
Let's talk.
He
about
was. It wasn't that good, to be
Bro,
fair. He was.
Pulisic, you have to cut him some slack because on the right, yeah, if he was on the left, he would have done better. Because on the
That's
right,
what I
you
was
can only
thinking,
do one thing, and that's going onto your right foot
Yeah, and do you
and
know why he
shooting
wasn't,
across.
Ryan? Do you know why he was on the left? Why Mount was on the left?
Why?
Jamie,
Ben Chilwell, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. Okay, look, I get
Bro,
that, yeah. But all
Ben
I'm saying
Chilwell.
is you
Ben
can't
Chilwell.
slander Pulisic too much because every time he got the ball, he tried to make things happen, especially in that first half. But he didn't get past the ball enough, and when he did, if defenders blocked his right side, he couldn't have cut in because his favorite foot is in his left foot. So I think we need to cut Pulisic.
I swear a false nine. You're meant to have what's called players next to him that can what's called. Kai Havertz supposed to be the creating for them, isn't he? Not like creating for what's called Mason Mount. Mason Mount's supposed to be making runs off the false nine, and Ziyech. that is their
How
job.
are they
Like,
supposed to do that, right? When
they're meant to
it
make
falls,
runs, man.
when it
That's the
falls,
point.
and Mount's right with Havertz, yeah.
Mason Mount is meant to make
do you know
runs
where
in
Leeds are going to
behind.
go? They're going
He's
to
meant
go
to make
down their
runs in
strongest
behind.
side, which is where Chilwell is on. All right, and then we're going to get hit, bruv. And
all
there
his
was a
Chilwell's
few
fault, man. It's all his
occasions where you
Chilwell's fault, man.
saw
It's all his Chilwell's fault,
no,
man.
when you saw on the left side, Rodrigo was always far away from Aspilicueta. And
Yeah,
they
Chilwell
looked
was
to,
shit, but it was
go
not
down
that
the
was not his
right
fault, man.
and then launch a ball far left to try and hit us and catch us out. And it happened about 3 times in the game, especially second half when Mount went off.
My youth, listen to me. The man them
They was better on the pitch than Mason Mount. I'm sorry, man.
Yo,
He was
Mike,
better.
on so negative sometime, brother. A fact, yo. I'm not gonna say I agree with everything Johnny said. But the freaking manager was balancing out the freaking team today. You can't have 2 attacking players from one side of the field. An attacking wing back with a next attacking player. It couldn't work. That's why Chilwell played with Mount, and then the other the next side, Pulisic was backed up by.
You know what, Vitmes, bruv?
Make it so difficult for understand, bro. It's a real thing. Yo, me and Johnny now have the same opinion upon everything, but that what he's saying is right. Chilwell was being helped by Mount because Mount was on that side with him. Same for Pulisic and Aspilicueta. So if you can't have one side defend like all attackers, bro.
It nullifies your front line on that side. You can't push forward as much.
Football logical, bro.
Yeah,
Stop from feelings and just watch the thing, bro. You have to have a balance in a team, bro.
And personally, if you had Gilmore in the middle, you could have been playing more nice through balls and that and spreading the play.
Listen, Johnny. I thought you said that the team doesn't have enough older players, Johnny. Johnny, I thought you said, Johnny. You just said that our players don't have enough what's called. We have too many youngsters in this team. How is Billy Gilmore at 19 years old going to save us? How's he going to save us?
He's got the baller pass, bro.
Yeah, of course, man. As I said, Johnny, you waffle, man. You say one thing and you go back on it. Just waffle, man.
Yo, Johnny,
you get so
the
upset,
answer, man.
Johnny,
Pure waffle, man. Billy Gilmore.
when you say right things and then go and talk shit, brother.
I'm joking anyway. I'm having
all right.
I'm having banter, man. I know you're all gonna start. That's all. But I love Gilmore.
You lot, I'm gonna have to duck out anyway because I've got to start the phone in about 20 minutes.
You love other kids, Johnny. We know it, man.
Thanks for jumping on.
You love them kids, yeah. You love them kids, Johnny, don't you?
Already. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another live review. Take care, like and subscribe, and up the Chels.
Yeah, take care.